Why did they make the Asian women's... Sorry. Why did they make her so freaking... While I'm doing this review, I'm going to be doing a speed painting of whatever the frick this is supposed to be. It's dedicated to Nikki Nell on Patreon, so we'll see some progressive speed paint art in the meantime. That's actually not really speed paint because I drew too fast and the video is actually longer than what the speed paint could cover, so not speed paint art. Whatever. I don't know, guys. For a fox, I don't feel so normal today. Something's happening in my body. Anyway, let's get to the review. I've decided to give it a go and watch Dragons, the Nine Realms, and I didn't like what I saw when I was going in, when I saw the teasers and stuff, but I decided to give it a chance because I like dragons, I like How to Train Your Dragon. What could go wrong, right?
I think you know the answer to that. Whoa. Colors and fissure.
So Tom and his mother decide to go to this research facility, and this comet hit the Earth, this large chasm called the Colors and Fissure after the mother, their last name, opened up. And I already knew, predictability aside, that this was going to be the hidden world. I had a feeling, because where else would the dragons have gone? Even though, if this is supposed to be modern times, and they have drones and helicopters and whatnot, and all this fancy research tech, how is it that they haven't found the hidden world already? Who cares? Maybe it got closed up, maybe the dragons tried extra hard to hide. But this fissure is probably really close to where it is, and so going to the maw of the earth, into the depths of the earth, it's easier for them to find out where the dragons are. One thing that turned me off immediately was the art style. Oh my god. I was hoping it wouldn't be... I mean, I saw the teasers, but I'm still hoping it wouldn't be the freaking herky-jerky. If you put a baby on the screen, its diaper's gonna fall off because of how much it's vibrating, because of how horrible the graphics are. Everything is like 8-bit, but you're expecting it to look 64. Like, I don't know, it just turns me off. This thing that looks like 3D but doesn't move like 3D. There's only certain styles I think works with that, and this screams PBS. This screams, you have a 4-year-old, put them in front of the screen, and anything that looks and moves like this, they're going to watch for freaking hours until their parents come home. It doesn't scream, hey, everybody who grew up with How to Train Your Dragon, who's now older, and young people also enjoy that as well, here's like a continuation of that, or a little bit below that. Nope, that's not what we got. So that was already a bad sign for me, but I'm like, you know what? It could have a really good story. And I like Tom, and I like his mother. His mother is not annoying.
Ah, a hat?
Thomas, how you've grown. The last time I saw you, you jumped into the polar bear habitat.
I don't know if this was by design. Why did they make the Asian women's... Sorry. Why did they make her so freaking small? And she has the accent, which is, it's fine, but they shrink her? What are you trying to say? I don't want to be insulted, it's a freaking cartoon. But I mean, come on. She looks like a freaking wine bottle that somebody's waiting to freaking pop. We're also introduced to the purple-eyed girl character. Don't know her name. She reads tarot cards and she likes magic. So, of course, she's gonna have a purple theme because purple is associated with magic. They knew each other since they were kids and haven't seen each other since. One thing I can respect is at least they make Tom and his mother look like they're Norwegian. So we're introduced to the characters, the security guard. Why did they do this man like this? What in the Omar Epps with no brain is going on? Yo, the only people with skulls that look like this are people that have some kind of condition where their brain isn't developed properly. Why'd they shave off the whole top portion of his head? His forehead is literally like 75% eyebrows. Why did they do this man like this? Like, nobody else's features are that exaggerated. It's just freaking uncanny looking at this man. He looks like a goat in human form without horns. If the Beast from Beauty and the Beast shaved all his hair off, that's what would be underneath. They did not have to do this character like this. Then let's talk about the comedy. I found the comedy in this kind of, I mean, the first How to Train Your Dragon kind of had that as well, but not to this degree. Some of the stuff, okay, I'm gonna piss people off so badly, and I'm really not trying to do that. Please understand that I'm taking this at face value. I watched the first 2 episodes and I'm just calling things as I see it. I'm trying to swallow. I'm trying to like it. I'm really trying hard to like it. And it's very hard to swallow. Just like the edges of these horrible graphics, it is feeling like glass shards sliding all the way down my throat hole. It is like the freaking dogs who don't want to take a bath and they splay their arms out or their freaking dog hands into a T-pose so they can grab the frame of the door so they don't go into the bathroom when you're pulling with all your might to get them in there. That's how I'm taking this. That's how this is going down right now. Doesn't feel very good, but let's continue.
We're still waiting on one more team.
Pops?
Moved. Where'd you come from?
Is that supposed to be funny? I already know, okay, this is this kind of humor that we're going with. I already can tell I'm not gonna really enjoy it. I'm not gonna enjoy it. I'm still gonna give it a chance past this point. But anyway, the security guy, minus a forehead, is briefing all the kids on what to do. Tom is known for getting in trouble, so he keeps his eye on him. Man, his eyebrows are shining. During the elevator ride, he's like, I wanna take my elevator ride in quiet, but then he proceeds to talk and tell them how everything is state of the art, and all the things that are state of the art, kids aren't allowed there. Then why are you making a big show of it, saying it's state of the art, making them want to go there?
It's state of the art. Children are not allowed.
The main idea is that they don't want them near this fissure, and that's the guy's protocol. He is briefing them on safety so nobody ends up falling over the freaking hole. Tom is like, no, I'm not gonna listen. I'm gonna touch this button and, see you later. Tom ends up getting into trouble. He goes to see the drone area, and right as he's doing that, there's this huge earthquake. One of the workers almost freaking dies. If he had not been there at that time, she would have been dead because she couldn't pull her heavy ass up. Now, miniature PewDiePie is like, I am trying with all my might, and he is actually freaking strong. I don't know how old this person's supposed to be, maybe like 15 or something, but he is freaking strong, holding this fluffy woman up with all of his weight against the edge. And right as he's supposed to fall over, the security guard or the safety chief captain protocol guy comes and grabs and pulls both of them up because he's like a freaking kaiju and that's nothing for him. Adrenaline is also a factor. I'm not gonna discount that. Understandably, Tom's mother is totally beside herself. She's checking in to make sure he's okay. I mean, I don't know what happened to his father, but clearly she's lost someone already and is really big on that. His mom's so adorable, by the way. She's not like the classic kind of, ew, big-headed Marge Simpson, Lois, Family Guy type of mother with these weird shaped fruit heads. She's actually a decent looking human being. Kind of reminds me of Volca in a way.
Death riding toward me on a pale horse.
Your son thought fast. Threw her a cable. Saved her life.
Thomas, what are you doing down here? This is a restricted area.
Wait a minute. You weren't supposed to be down here?
I get that he wasn't supposed to be down here, right? However, has everyone just forgotten he saved that woman's life? They all start going in on him except for the security guy because he didn't listen. But because he was down here, he saved that girl's life. Just saying. Maybe you could go a little bit easier. And then the Asian woman is like, you know, I thought you said that his trouble days were over because he fell into that enclosure with that polar bear before. And I'm like, doesn't that speak on the mother, not the child? The child falls into an enclosure. It's usually the parent's fault. Like, nobody holds that against him as the most heinous thing he could ever do. And all of a sudden, he's a problem child because that happened. It's his mom's fault. She didn't discipline him enough. You know what? People are going to hate me and be like, you don't understand. You don't have kids. Blah, blah, blah. Listen. The rare circumstances where kids just don't listen whatsoever and they have a special medical issue, I can understand sort of. But this is not the case with Tom. Anyway, the security guy is like, you were really stupid, but man, you really did a good job and you were very brave. And at least somebody said that. The mother is, of course, very upset and giving him silent treatment until he coaxes her into playing by saying that they descended from Vikings, and I guess they threw or ham-fisted that part in to let us know that, yes, guess what? They're Norwegian, they're Scandinavian, they descended from Vikings. He promised his mom, or sort of, kind of promised that he wouldn't go near the fissure, but she didn't say anything about his drone. So he sends the drone because while he was down there before that whole earthquake thing happened, he saw a flash of lightning down in that fissure, and he was like, what the frick is that? We, the audience, already knows it's a freaking dragon. Then this girl comes along, the Asian girl's daughter, and I have to tell you, she is the most annoying character. I don't know why she's so annoying. She's not supposed to be annoying, but she comes off annoying. He's having his chill time and whatnot, and she's like, oh, it's a toy, your drone that you're playing with. And he's like, it's not a toy, it's very expensive.
Okay, what's the point of this toy? It's making me dizzy.
It's not a toy, June. It's a drone.
It's a toy.
Bitch, if you don't... I'm like, you see, this is one of the things that introverts loathe. We're by ourselves. I mean, he's not an introvert, but can you imagine being by yourself? You're playing with your toy, and some bitch comes along and it's like, your toy's making me dizzy. Bitch, did I ask you to come sit here with me? Like, there's a reason why I'm up here by myself. And you made it a point to freaking invite yourself into my personal space. Don't complain about my toy making you dizzy. Then you're like, okay, Altair, you're just nitpicking. You're being an idiot. You're being this. Maybe I am. I have a very low tolerance for social interactions being forced on me when clearly I want to be alone. And then people insulting me on top of that when I'm trying to have some quiet time. I can tell it kind of annoys him too, but he kind of brushes it off. And here's what is annoying. He makes it very plain this thing's very expensive and it's not a toy. She thinks it's a toy. And then while he's like, okay, I saw something in fissure, so I'm sending the drone after it. She's like, you should check it out. He's like, that's what I'm doing. Then she fucking grabs it from him. Why? This is the kind of stuff that would make me throw hands at someone. I would bite your freaking cheek off your face. Do not touch my technology. I am very particular and protective with my tech. Do not touch it. I don't care if you think it's a toy. Don't touch it. And then she proceeds to ruin it after doing that. Look at the way she does it, man. It's so infuriatingly stupid and annoying. And this is why I just didn't like her from the beginning. From her saying all that, she likes him, obviously, but she takes every opportunity to dig at him and then force her presence in his space.
Your drone has a camera on it, right? Let's go check it out.
What do you think I'm trying to do? No, June. It takes a lot of practice to...
Oh, hey, this is kind of fun.
You see what I fucking mean? You see what I mean right now? Like, I'm sorry. I wouldn't have slapped her right there and then because she's holding it at the moment. Oh my god. I'm having a freaking conniption. I'm having freaking PTSD flashbacks of when I had my console and my cousin, because he rage quits, but he doesn't quit. It's just the rage. And he's smashing my controller against the floor and I'm like, all right, I guess you don't want to play. Because what did my console do to you? We're not doing that because you're clearly not replacing it if something happens to it. And then this bitch comes and just grabs it out of his hand. If anyone, sorry, I don't know why I'm so triggered. If anyone ever knows me and you want to see me get violent real quick, mess with my technology, mess with my shit, take my shit from out of my hands, grab it from me, I freaking dare you.
Hey, these things are expensive.
I got it. Oh, sorry, my bad. Where did it go?
I don't know, bitch, where did it go? Were you not looking? You said you got it, right? Maybe if you didn't take it from me, June, we would know where it is. Now when I find it, I'm gonna stuff it up your fucking ass. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me dial it back. Wow, what is wrong with me? It's just a cartoon. Like, it's not that serious. Why am I getting so freaking heated over this? Because I can feel it, man. I can feel it. I can feel the 3D model drone. How expensive it is. And how your mom worked so freaking hard and probably won't get you another one and think you broke it. And then she's going to blame you and ask you why you gave it to that kid to play with, knowing it was so expensive. Oh, God. Let's move on. When they do find the drone, luckily, it's all tangled up into the sheep. And they have to try and get it loose. And he had to end up cutting the sheep to get it. Where he got the shears from, I don't know. But he cuts the poor thing's hair clean off to get his drone. Here's what I don't understand. Look at how short the sheep's fur is. Right? The drone's at the top. There is no way it could have gotten tangled on the sides of this animal or near its stomach or ass. Why is the fur around that area shaved? Why did you not cut directly around the propellers? Why were you going underneath it? The poor sheep. I know it's like a callback to the original How to Train Your Dragons because those sheep just had the worst luck, but my man's is literally just standing here minding his own business. And these two dumbasses come and try to take their freaking thing out of his fur, off his back. It's on his back, but they're shaving his ass.
I'm so sorry.
Never shaved a sheep before.
Then she was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go. At least she stayed to help him get it out. What if it was ruined, June? Would you help him replace it? Probably not. So at the end of the night, after that troublesome person goes away, he takes the drone and goes back down there, and something flashes it, and then he has to end up going to get it. When he does go down there, a very perilous trek, mind you, he finds something inside the rocks. He's about to leave, but then he's like, nah, I gotta go back. He can't really see what it is using God knows whatever that is. And then he looks around and sees that the creature's tail is, I guess, caught in the rocks. That does not look like the tail is caught very much, in my opinion, but whatever. Then for some reason, while the tip of the tail is free, the creature's like, yes, now I have the strength of 1,000 freaking Thors. Tom is stuck down there as this creature is coming towards him, and we see the world's ugliest night fury ever, or nightlight. And for some reason, the light hurts its eyes. Maybe because it's so used to being in the dark. And that's where it ends. Episode 2 is about him learning the dragon, getting to know him. Dragon saves his life. And I'm sorry, the herky-jerky movements are killing it for me. Not just that, but the kind of comedy, not my type of comedy. You see, Hiccups was more weird and awkward, and you do have some cute moments here, and this dragon's so freaking ugly in my opinion. Not just that, I cannot get past the fact that all of the noises the dragon makes are horse noises. And maybe that's because I'm a horse person, I can't help but hear it. To somebody who's not used to being around horses, it's probably okay, but all I hear is a freaking distressed horse or a horse that is freaking excited.
Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, no.
One thing I will say is that the music is very beautiful. The soundtrack for this is very beautiful. Everything else is just not, though. Like, aside for the dragon, the fact that they bond right away, I don't know, they try to recreate a lot of what was happening between Hiccup and Toothless, which made it so beautiful, but they kind of lost the magic there. There was no, hey, let's get to know this dragon. And I get it, like the episodes are short and whatnot, but this dragon just is very distrustful of him, but ends up liking him almost immediately. The design of the dragon looks like someone tried to stuff a cow and a donkey into a suit that's supposed to be shaped like a dragon, and that's how it came out. I cannot get over that. The scaliness of the dragon also, I get they were trying to make it more textured, but it looks icky, and I don't remember the night lights looking like that. I don't remember the light fury or the night fury looking like that, so this thing looks like it has freaking hives or eczema just all over its body. Just so much of this is so annoyingly fast-paced. Camp Cretaceous is a better show than this show. Now, granted, I've only watched 2 episodes, but I have to kind of like it to continue, right? And I feel like I should kind of see it through, but I feel like the only kind of people that would like this, and no shame in that because everyone has their thing, are the people who probably like Rescue Riders. And I'm not that person. I just am not. All I see is How to Train Your Dragon, and I cannot compare. Race to the Edge was the closest thing that we've come to that, and it was bearable. It still had its annoyances, but it was bearable. And this, for me, just bit too over the top. The jokes, just maybe I'm jaded. Maybe I'm looking for more. Maybe I expect a little bit more. Maybe I am tired of having a franchise that was already marketed for everyone, including kids, becoming just for kids. Maybe. That's just me. But whatever. By the end of the 2nd episode, it's just basically just him learning to hang out with the dragon and understanding that he cannot tell anyone about this. He wants to tell his mom, is about to tell his mom, but his mom is like, yeah, this would be a great find if we found something, a new species, for the company she's working for. And he's like, that's not gonna happen. I'm not telling her anything. I'm not telling her jack. So he keeps the dragon a secret and figures out what it eats. I can't believe, like, part of the humor is they didn't know what to call it, even though it clearly looks like a dragon, and they were calling it everything else but a dragon. And then they're like, wait a minute, what if it's a dragon? Really? That wasn't the first thing on your mind when you saw a creature that looked reptilian with freaking bat wings? I don't know. Whatever. Look, it's not for me. I might finish it, I might not, but it really isn't for me. If there's a reason to continue watching it, you guys let me know, but all I do when I look at this is I'm like, God damn it, look at what they did. They crispy fried How to Train Your Dragon, and this is the charred carcinogen that tastes horrible if you try to eat it with meat, if you grill it. And it looks like paper mache on a budget. I cannot. I just can't. Me personally. Nothing against people who enjoy it. It might be enjoyable. I'm not saying it's horrible. The eyelids have freaking big ass scales. I cannot. My eyes literally feel like they're watering. This is anti-eye ASMR. Not for me. I am finished the creature for Nikki Nell. This is dedicated to him. Didn't really have a profile picture to go off of, so I imagine this creature lives by the shore near some of those Arctic regions where it's kind of temperate, but it has like rubberized feet, so it specializes on walking on ice or melting ice. It has specialized grabbing arms to grab little mollusks that wash up on the shore. I would also nickname them ice runners because the more slippery a substance or surface is, the faster they can actually run. Something about the slippery wetness makes them run faster, like activates the little tactile things under their feet. The Panganello also has a thin layer of blubber so that it can stay warm, but the blubber has kind of like air pockets in it, so it expands and contracts based on the temperature. Did you know that if you have a vacuum of air between a barrier, that also works as insulation? That's kind of how their body works. So the colder it is, the more like puffed up they are, if that makes sense, but not because of any feathers, which they actually have down, but because of the blubbery air sacs underneath their skin and muscle. Anyway, I'm sorry for the rant. I really wanted to like the show and I might continue it, but right now I'm not feeling it if I'm being completely honest. How to Train Your Dragon, I blame you because you set that standard so freaking high. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiori. You ask, we answer.